Friends, I'm providing you with an 8-month skin surgery update from my loose skin on my chest. May 2023, I had loose skin on my chest removed. That was after my fleur-de-lis the year before. The fleur-de-lis essentially was my hip-to-hip, up-the-middle removal of my loose skin around my stomach. And then my second surgery, which was May of 2025, just about 8 months ago, I had the loose skin around my chest removed and under my armpit area removed, as well as a nipple graft. I did not get my arms done. I did not get my back or my lower back done or 360. I essentially just had the fleur-de-lis and then the loose skin on my chest done. So that kind of introduction, the first 45 seconds just kind of level sets things a little bit. So for the next minute here, I'll just talk about some experiences. I'm still experiencing heavy numbness around this area. I think especially around the stitch abscess, which I had here, and I will be removing my shirt in just a second or lifting it up for you to see it. But I just want to give some context on my experience so far. So numbness, very much extremely feeling numbness around this area still. Also, my nipples feel very awkward and sensitive. It kind of feels almost like it's hard to explain. It's just sensitive and awkward. It just when you press on it. So I do have a 2-year-old son that likes to crawl on me. So at that time of him crawling on me, it at times can get very painful, especially pressing on the incision areas. Even though it's healed, it still feels very numb and awkward. And I'm trying to hold and save face that I want you to crawl on me and I want to be close to you, but this hurts a little bit when you're pressing your 40-pound weight on it. So yeah, it gets very numb and awkward and uncomfortable at times. But overall, it's healing very well. So I'll first now show you what the nipple and the scar looks like, which you can see here. This area has actually healed very nicely. You can not really see the scar too much compared to where it was. You can see how she went underneath. That was my surgeon. And then over here I had a stitch abscess. And this is where actually I see a larger kind of healing area. And you can see where the placement of the nipple grafts, it's evened out a little bit. You'll notice that this is a little bit lower than this side. This side's a little bit higher, but expecting it to be completely asymmetrical is unrealistic, because if I look at my before pictures, the way my nipples actually drooped was different. So I wasn't asymmetrical to start, and so my surgeon did the best that she could. And I feel happy with the results. I mean, if you're really gonna stare and nitpick it, you'll probably find an opportunity to say that doesn't look right. But overall, where I came from to where I am now 8 months later, very happy with the results. So from a workout standpoint, I'm not restricted with working out. I've been lifting, I've been running, I've been doing all types of exercise and workouts. I will notice though, when I'm reaching and stretching, I will feel kind of a different stretch feeling. Not to where I feel like I'm going to open anything up because everything's adhered, but it definitely feels different in a stretch that I've never felt before. So maybe I'll get used to that as time progresses, but that's definitely an experience. As far as what's to come, I pretty much have signed off on any additional surgeries just because of the recovery. One thing I've noticed is that I've got quite the additional loose skin around my back and buttocks area. There could definitely be some additional surgery there or even my back area. I've elected not to do my arms just in the hopes that I can build muscle to try to kind of like minimize that, but we'll see. As you can see, I've got quite a bit here, but there's still work to do. I'm definitely up when it comes to weight on the scale, and that's been ever since surgery. One thing I noticed as far as differences with this surgery than the last is a lot of my water retention. Typically when I was stressed or just in general kind of excessive weight or water weight would sit on my midsection and on my chest. And what I noticed is that when I got those two removed, my legs are bigger than they've ever been, even though I've been consistently working out. I've noticed more of a mass, more of a retention, more of a, I feel like it's water retention. And it sounds like an excuse, like, oh yeah, I'm up in weight because it's water retention. But even if I have, say, more fat, it feels like everything is going to my legs because my legs feel bigger, and I'm noticing a bigger difference in my legs because possibly there's no room for, say, whatever else was going here to go, so it's just going straight to my legs. I don't know, it's just a different experience. I'll look at workouts that I've done, like, man, my legs were so much smaller there. and I still have the same amount of strength, still able to do running and a lot of these other things. I just at times feel heavy, and it feels like my legs shifted in regards to body composition, where weight is carried. Some of us have heavier arms, heavier midsections, heavier legs. Where weight is carried, I feel after the second surgery, it's shifted, and my weight is being carried now in my legs, which I'm hoping to improve and get better at, and get rid of that. I'd like to have smaller legs to be faster, and I'd like to work on actually dropping weights from the surgery up until my latest doctor's appointment, which was like in November. I'd like to drop about 30 pounds, which is like, whoa, I've already dropped 300 pounds. But there's definitely a kickback after surgery. I noticed after my first surgery, it's like, oh, well, you removed all this skin. Well, being laid up for 3 months, even eating within what I can eat, you can still be at a calorie surplus. And I think that's where I kind of encountered, I'm sitting up for 3 months. I probably put on about 10, 12 pounds after my first surgery, and I probably put on 10 or 12 pounds after my second surgery. And so it's such a different experience because I've always maintained 8 years into this thing. I had no issues maintaining. It was, working out 4 to 5 days a week for 8 years straight. Never really a break, never really a longer gap. And then I had 2-3 month gaps within a 2-year period, or 6 months off total, that just kind of threw everything through a loop. When I say I kind of feel like I'm back in the rhythm, maybe I said that in my prior edition of this video, but I kind of feel like I'm getting back into the rhythm now 8 months in to this. And so 8 months in, I feel like I'm kind of getting to that flow of what I know to maintain or to drop weight like I've known how to. And so I feel like I'm really going to get in that flow and that system again. So hopefully that provides you with a decent skin surgery update. Again, I'll show you kind of where I'm at and where everything has kind of landed. I'm happy with the results. The potential of doing my back is, plastic surgeon wants to call, hey, we'd love to put you on our social media to potentially cover the surgery on your lower back. Okay, I'll take a few months off of work. Come on over. But I wanted to provide you an update. If you have any specific questions, put them in the comments. I try to be consistent here on YouTube, so subscribe if you would like it, share it with someone that maybe is on the skin surgery journey, or comparative results, or hey, this is what to expect. And if there's anything that I missed, please let me know. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.